Welcome to Everyman Prepping. Hope you're having a great day. And today we're growing the flock, growing our chicken flock. I wanted to get some additional hens. I talk to you guys all the time about making sure you have chickens and what to do. And you know, I do the same thing of what I tell you. So I'm adding chickens to my flock, and I want to do a video on how I go about doing that safely so there's no stress. And it's the best introduction that I've come up with. It's the best method. I don't know, but it's best for me, and it's worked over the years. So let me turn the camera. Okay, here we go. So these are the current hens and the rooster. You see the rooster with the black tail there, and there's some Rhode Island Reds in the back and a couple of red sex link in the front. Those are the current ones. So it's raining, so you probably hear it bouncing off the tarp here I had to put up because it is raining. But they're in the outside open free range area, and you know, they're the current ones. And so in the caged in, for safe, you know, in case someone need to lock them up, the caged in run area, I have the new ones. Give you a little quick peek here, then we'll explain what I did. Here the girls are. It's hard to see them. They're a little camera shy right now. They're kind of shy of everything. They just got moved in yesterday, so they're a little stressed. Got them from my buddy at about 6 months old, and we'll talk more about that later. And here's a current one, as you can see, which is good. So this is why I do that. You can see I put them in the same area, but they're sectioned off with the chicken wire. The older hens, they can look through the wire, see the young ones. The young ones can see the new ones, or the young ones can see the old ones. And this is a vital part. You want to make sure that they can see each other. See, it's connected over here, the wire. Hens can't get into each other. The rooster can't get in to you know, mess with them right away. But you need a separate space. So, like I said, you know, the existing coop is here. As you can see, there's the existing coop and the access to the existing coop for the outside. And I've just taken a part of the caged in outside run area. I put a tarp for the protection from the elements. Right now it's winter, cold, rainy. And then what I did is I have a rabbit cage here, which works out great. And I use that as their little chicken condo, you know, for the new ones. So there's a tarp on that for additional weather protection, keeps some heat in. There's the metal tray for the rabbit droppings that actually goes under the rabbit cage that I use for additional coverage up top. It makes a great little, like I said, chicken condo for them. And then I put some pine shavings on inside. I put some pine shavings on the ground. You'll see some broccoli clippings. We had broccoli last night from the winter garden, and you'll use some scraps. I feed it to the chickens and get them used to eating that. But you can also see the water is here. So the water on the left is the traditional one that most people use, and it's what my buddy has them on, so they need that so they know how to drink water right now. I use the nipple water system, and I've done a video. I'll put a link up to it, a card up above also, so you can see about how to make one out of a 3 or 5 gallon jug. But it doesn't waste no water. The water stays clean. You can add vitamins to it or whatever you want. But you have to train them how to use it because they don't know how. Now chickens are great at learning. They're great at imitating. They'll see the older hens do it and they'll learn from that. But I teach them myself, so it's faster. And I'm going to show you how I do that here in a minute. First, let's look at the feeder. It's just hanging from a wire off the ground so it stays clean. They don't walk on it. Just got your basic organic layer crumbles in there. Well, let me hop over and I'll show you how I train them on these water nipples, because you're going to need to do that. Okay, so we're back over here. I'll show you how I train them. If you want a close-up view, here the girls are, staying out of the rain, having a great time. Looks like they'll be great hens. But back to this. So what you need to do is you need to show them how to use the nipples, and it's pretty easy. What I do is when they're around, I'll just hit this. And chickens are very inquisitive. After a day or so, when they're a little less stressed, they'll come. But you can see, you know, I hold it down and I show them you hit it, and let me see if I can get this to the angle. And I show them that, you know, as you hit it, water drips out, and they can see they can do this and get it out. Then what I'll do, I gently will take each one and hold them, and I'll take their beaks and I'll tap it on the nipple. And so they can see the water comes out. Their beak will get wet and they'll see water comes out when you tap on the shiny thing in there. I'll do it once a day for a couple days, then I'll do it twice a day after that. All the time, keeping this water fully stocked, ready to go, but then also showing them that this is where their water's going to come from. Chickens are very good at learning things like this, simple skills. And they'll learn this in about a week. They'll learn how to use it, especially once I open up to the other chickens, but they'll learn themselves first. So let me go back over the other side and give you a few more tips. Okay, so a few more things you need to do. Like I said, very important you keep them secure. You need your chicken wire to totally block off an area, but it's open enough so they can see each other. You want to keep everybody safe. And then the timing is going to depend on when to mix them with the current chickens. You know, when you're going to do that. Most of them, like I said, it's been raining, so we only have one standout out here. But when do you mix them in with these guys? Well, it's all going to depend on your current flock and how you get a feel from the new additions. Sometimes it'll be a week, sometimes 2, sometimes a month. But when you feel they're ready, and you think you know, your chickens are used enough to the area and ready to go, what you'll do is, you can see them in here. Let me get you through here. You can see them there. They're hiding in here from the rain. There you go. Some eating going on. Someone getting some water. Some over there hiding from the rain over there. All right, back out here. So what you'll do to introduce them is you're going to keep your current hens locked up in the main coop. You're going to keep them locked. You're going to shut that door. You're going to keep them locked in here. And then you're going to open up your chicken wire and let the new hens out. And you're going to let them come out. You're going to let them wander around on their own. You're going to do this for 10, 15, 20 minutes. You're going to let them just wander that area by themselves, getting used to the new area, maybe even longer. And then you'll let the old hens out to mix, and you got to keep an eye on them. There might be a few pecking, but that's normal. There might be some chasing, that's okay. As long as they're not physically harming the new ones, they're going to be fine. But you have to watch them. So then you're going to come out every hour or so, every couple hours. So maybe you have to do it on the weekend. And you're just going to check to make sure that everybody's getting along and everybody's happy. And that evening, when they want to come back in, you can leave this open in case, you know, the new ones, in case they want to go back to where they're used to, in here, they want to stay in here. Or they have the choice of going through the main door and get in the main coop area. So let them decide where they want to go. You don't have to force them or rush them. But I will take away all this stuff. Once I let them out for 3 or 4 days and they're out with the rest, I will take this all away, and they will be then have to go to the inside the main coop area and basically have to, you know, find a place in the pecking order on the roosts. Let me swap. All right, we're back. So that is the simplicity of it. That's about all there is to it. You know, separate space, separate water, food, but they can still see each other. Week or 2, everybody's used to it. Let the new hens out first into the whole main area, then let the old ones back in and let them mingle. Keep an eye on them. That's it. It's pretty simple. Just gotta keep, you know, you gotta watch it for a freeze couple of weeks to make sure there's no fights, there's no you know, injuries going on, because a lot of people think that chickens are very docile and everything, but they're not. They're mean. Chickens can be mean. If there's an injury to a chicken, especially the Rhode Island Red, you know, this breed over here, these Rhode Island Reds out here, if they can sense weakness, if they have another hen that's injured or sick or old, they will peck her. And I've had them murder another hen. They went out there and straight just picked on her, and before I can get to them, they pecked her to death, and she died. So you know, they're not as gentle as a lot of people think. So you got to keep your eye on everything, make sure everybody's you know, happy. But it's pretty easy to do, and once you have them reduced, they'll reduce their stress levels and produce eggs for you and fertilizer, and all be great. So if you have questions on this, post them down below in the comments, and I'll answer them, or someone else in the community will answer them. If you can also write me an email if you don't want to post that, if it's a longer question. It's everymanprepping@gmail.com, so you can leave one there as well. And until next time, keep your ear to the ground, head on a swivel.